Hello, I will show you new functions in sensor settings in Pilot software. You can reach the sensors interface by the context menu, clicking right mouse button on the vehicle. So we can see the same interface as in the past, but we can see two new tabs: handlers and tags. First, I will tell you about tags. You can use tags to group your sensors into different groups to use them in the reports section. So, for example, we have one group, ignition. Save. We can select color of this group, and these groups will be available in every vehicle in all the account. So now we can open sensor and select one or several groups for this sensor. For example, we check ignition group. Save sensor. Okay. And then we can use these groups in the reports. For example, in equipment report, if we select ignition, we will see on the sensors from this group. If we select nothing, we can see all sensors not depend on group. If we select group without sensors, no data in this report. So now about handlers. Handler, it's a function you can use in sensor formula. Every handler have its own name, only letters, its own formula, and its own calibration table. This handler receives on the input some value from sensor formula and then apply to this value formula and calibration table. You can use checkbox calibration first to apply to value first calibration table and then formula, or uncheck it, and in this case formula will be first and calibration will be second. This calibration table can be one of two types. First works like calibration table in the sensor, like in the past, but if we check this checkbox, this calibration table will work differently. For example, if sensor value is 10, output value will be 10. If sensor value is 14, output value will be 10, and so on. For example, if our sensor value is 250, output value will be 13. It selects nearest value for the sensor output value. In this case, our output value can be only 10, 12, 13 or 17. If we uncheck this checkbox, sensor table is working like in the past. So we have handler with name func. We can use it in the sensor formula. For example, value multiply by 1 and plus func with input value. Value it's a new keyword in formula. It will be replaced by the value of trigger data from field we use for this sensor. And new feature, we can test formula in this interface. For example, we have formula and we can test it. Please enter value. For example, it will be 10. Okay. Input value 10. Result. And process of calculating this value. 10 multiplied by 1, and this is a result of our handler func. So you can use these new functions in your business. Bye bye.